Right there, Bandit. Right there. Rabbit. Rabbit. Looks like we got another start to the day. Welcome back, everybody. It is harvest day 20. Looks like Andrew's gonna move over there. Dad started to pick the end rows off. He gets this, and as soon as he gets this grain cart across the road, I got a feeling we're gonna go after some equipment here. I hope today's gonna be a good day. It should be. We might be able to get done with our corn around here. And I actually misspoke about that yesterday. We wouldn't be done with corn harvest. We have some custom acres to do for my LLC. Plus, we have some acres that are further away from our main farm that we get custom done. That we still will have to harvest. But we'll be done with corn, our corn around here, if that makes sense.
Nothing quite like the smell of diesel on a cool morning and the sound of a squealy belt doesn't help the smell of it.
Well, that's one truck headed out there. Cargill's open till noon, so Dad's gonna ship off a load here today because this corn's kind of wet. And just like that, the next truck is here. So anybody that's moved grain during corn harvest knows that it's just a huge dance to keep the corn away from the combine. Moving trucks, jockeying trucks, getting grain carts empty, it's a big to do. It sounds like I'm gonna have to manage that here today. Dad's gonna run the combine again all day today, I think. So Andrew's taking off with the next truck, which means that we do have 2 empty trucks now up there where the combine is picking, and the grain cart's about half full. And by the looks of that, it looks like I might be able to shove somewhere around 4 more trucks into here. Problem is that there's probably 7 or 8 trucks left in that field, so I've got to do something else with that corn. Which, being the combine operator, has its own degree of challenges. But being the grain cart operator and the guy in charge of getting the corn away from the combine has its own set of challenges itself too. Because the grain cart operators and truck drivers are kind of like the unsung heroes of the harvest season. So to kind of put it in terms of like the sporting world, we could use football as an example. I run in the combine's the quarterback. He's in charge of getting stuff done. And the grain cart operators and the truck drivers are kind of like the offensive linemen, where they hold a pivotal role for the quarterback to perform his job perfectly, but rarely get recognized for a perfect performance, and are more likely to be recognized when they don't perform perfectly. So they're more likely to get recognized when the quarterback gets sacked, where they're not doing their job perfectly. And in terms of the grain truck drivers and the grain cart operators, that's when the combine has to stop harvesting because it has nowhere to go with grain. So here's me today tipping my hat to the grain cart operators and truck drivers, the unsung heroes of harvest. And just like that, another load's ready to go. Just like that, we're unloaded. And as soon as I got back, Andrew and Dad had gotten that truck loaded. So Andrew's headed off with it. So I've got a little bit of downtime so I can eat my lunch. That's not a bad deal. Spoke too soon. Dad wants to run the grain cart. Guess I'm eating in the grain cart. Man, you guys are clumsy. Now Now, if I hurry and nothing goes wrong for about 5 minutes, I might be able to scarf down my sandwich. Cheddar and sour cream is going to be my chips on there today. Perfection. Well, as I sit here and wait on more corn, I'd like to give well, I'm not even really going to call it a shout out, I'm going to call it a suggestion. A YouTuber that I've watched for a really long time and does a fantastic job with his harvest vlogs. He did a really good job last year and is doing a really good job this year, and has kind of inspired me to do the harvest vlog this year, is Brian's farming videos. I've been watching him for a really long time. Actually started watching him when he was Brian's outdoor videos before he changed his name. But right now he's trying to make it to 100,000 subscribers. I'll put a link up here. That way you guys can go over and check him out. If you haven't heard of him, most of you probably have if you're watching harvest vlogs. So hop on over there to his channel. Check out his videos. Like I said, he does a fantastic job. His family seems completely genuine as like a good farm family. He's trying to reach 100,000 subscribers, and he definitely deserves it. So head on over there, check out his videos if you guys haven't seen him. Give him a little bit of support. Heck, even let him know that I sent you. Let him know I sent you. I just sounded like Dan and Bonnie in the morning giving one of their talk show radio ads. It's an Iowa thing. Oh, there looks like a man that needs some corn. You need some corn, sir? I'm going to give you guys a little forewarning. One of the things that Bandit really likes to do when we're riding around in the grain cart is to look for rabbits that get chased out of the corn. And right now we're actually sitting in a perfect position where it's the last pass of corn and rabbits will actually run right at the grain cart. That's also why he's sitting there looking like that, because he's paying attention for rabbits. So if a rabbit gets flushed out of that corn, you guys are going to see it. If you're not interested in that type of stuff, or it makes you squirmish of a dog chasing a rabbit, probably shouldn't watch the next clip. If it happens. And I'm not going to put this clip in the video if it doesn't happen. So it's going to happen, which is the next clip, which is now. So if you don't like it, turn it off. Right there, Bandit. Right there. Rabbit. Rabbit. There he goes. I don't know if he got it. Well, he disappeared. Nope, he got it. Well, I guess that means you're not too fat yet, huh, bud? And that's why everybody needs a blue healer. Well, it looks like I'm back to the hurry up and wait type of deal going on. What we got left in this field is the corn that's below these terraces right here. And what Dad's doing, essentially, is he's got enough capacity to start here at this end, go all the way to the back corner, turn around and come back, and then he's just dumping directly onto the trucks that are sitting right there versus me. We could be dumping onto the grain cart, but the fact is that there are a lot of wet spots when you get along these terraces here. Plus the rows don't really conjoin very well. So we're not really wanting to get the grain cart stuck on the last 20 acres of this field, which happens to also be the last 20 acres of corn that we're gonna have to harvest for my father. We still have some corn that we have to do. I've got some custom acres that I have to take care of for my LLC. Plus, we've got some acres that are further away that we get custom done, and that will actually be a video that you guys will most likely be able to see. That's a pretty fun day that we go out and do that. But other than that, this patch right here is the last bit of corn that we'll have to harvest for my father's operation. Not bad. But unfortunately, we've barely even scratched the beans because we've been on corn. And the only reason we've been on corn is because the beans aren't ready. Like, for example, earlier today I talked to a neighbor when he was harvesting beans last night, and he was saying that they were still 15 to 16%. That's really not a good deal. And that was at the end of the day that they were 15 and 16%. there you go, guys. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
They're
nice, aren't they?
Them headache racks are pretty darn nice for hauling something in the back. You don't have headache rack with lights facing backwards to haul loads at night. Highly recommend it. But that's
two lights are even better.
Yeah, this one's looking a little sad right there. So, but tell you what, that's going to end it there for today. But I'm wondering if Andrew wants to shoot the outro video to the end of this piece.
If I want to do what?
You want to shoot the outro?
Sure.
There you go. Hold on.
You gotta give me time to think about it.
You got about. I'll give him about 10 seconds. Oh, this exhaust feels pretty good on my legs. Nice and warm. All you have to do is say goodbye.
Okay.
You can hold
Thanks for watching, and please come again.
It works for me. See you guys tomorrow. Yep, here comes one. Does he see it? Does he see it? Look. He sees it. Nope, he ran past it. Oh, there he goes. Oh, where's he going? Oh, he's got another one. There's one over here. I guess he had too many options.